actually started to go bad because of how loud his laugh was. But whenever you heard my Haraguchi's laugh, it was impossible not to laugh along. His laugh would radiate the place with so much joy and happiness to everyone around him and had the power to make anybody's day a good one. But when I picture my Haraguchi in my head, I naturally think of him smiling. Since the day I was born to the last few days of his life, he was smiling. No matter how bad his day was going, the moment he saw any of his grandchildren, his face lit up with the biggest smile. His smile and laugh are forever embedded in my mind and represent the overwhelming happiness he had in his life. My Haraguchi didn't need a reason to be happy. He was simply happy, and he was grateful for what he had in his life and did the best he could to spread around the happiness and positive energy. Second, I would like everyone to remember my Haraguchi as a classy gentleman, not just in his private life, but also in his spiritual life as well. Many of you might not know this, but my Haraguchi went to missions in his 80s, to Kazakhstan and China as a dedicated Christian. He was amazed by how God worked, even through a language barrier. That commitment persisted in his volunteer work in the church as a greeter. My Haraguchi just loved dressing up in a full suit and tie and handing out chubos to everyone who came in for service and always greeted them with that smile that we all know and love. My grandpa would also love meeting all my new friends that I brought home. He would walk right up to them and ask them, "How are you, young man?" and give them a handshake. But then he would never understand what they would say back to him. He would just laugh and walk away after he introduced himself. Lastly, I would like everyone to remember my Haraguchi as a family man. Although he was very proud of his own accomplishments, he would always be most proud of his families. I can't explain how many times me and my sisters have heard the same story about my Appa when he first moved to Canada. He would always say, "말도 못하는데 시험만 보면 100점이래." It didn't matter whether it was the 500th time he told the story, he always spoke with the same level of excitement and pride as when he did the first time. Another memory my grandpa loved to share with his friends was when I was in kindergarten, and my grandpa took me to McDonald's for lunch. I saved up a little bit of money, and I decided that I wanted to buy him lunch this time. But after our orders came in, I realized I didn't have enough money, so I told my Haraguchi, "Grandpa, I buy your lunch, and you buy my lunch." This seemingly insignificant memory to me was one of my Haraguchi's favorite memories that he was so proud to tell his friends over and over again. It's funny. Whenever my Haraguchi would tell one of his memorable stories that he told me and my sisters many, many times, we would joke around and ask him, how many times he's going to keep saying it. How many times he keeps saying the same stories. But now, all I want is just one more chance to hear. All I want is just one more chance to hear him tell one of his favorite stories one more time. But until we see each other again, my Harabaji's wonderful life with us. He was truly loved, and today I'm sure my grandpa can feel just how much everyone loved him.